Hey guys, welcome to the Lioness Mum TV show. Today I have brought Sophie on the line with us. Now Sophie jumped into our 30-day Lioness Mum transformation trial. She got amazing results. So I brought her on because her story might inspire you to make that first courageous step and apply to be my next Lioness Mum transformation, just like Sophie 30 days ago. So welcome to the call, Sophie. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, really good.
It's good. So just for people watching that don't know you, just to go into a little bit more detail about yourself.
Okay, so I'm a working mum. I've got a son who's 4. I work in office, near enough full time, as well as doing hairdressing and things at home. Pretty busy all the time.
Pretty busy.
Pretty busy.
Yeah.
And I felt like trying to fit in and find time for myself and exercise and things was a difficulty. However,
yeah, and we'll get into those details.
Yeah.
However, so when we first spoke, when you applied to do this trial, Sophie, what were the main things you wanted to change over this last month?
I think originally people say, oh, I want to just lose weight and I want to feel good about myself. But actually, if you look deeper into it, like you do, those aren't the things that you want to do at all.
Yeah, but back at the start, that is why you applied, right? Because we're under the understanding actually, well, if I lose weight, then I'll feel better. Is that a good reflection?
And I think you just want a quick, well, not a quick change, but you want to feel good about yourself, and you think if you lose a bit of weight, then that's going to help. But actually, you know, you're a mum, you're stressed, you're tired, you're this, that, and the other, and not those things aren't necessarily, they're the surface, but they're not necessarily actually what will make the difference. So
that's it, and that's the mindset shift that you've been on in this journey, is that actually, like, the weight loss itself isn't going to make me happy. I need to be happy in order to achieve the weight loss. We just completely flipped it over, and hence why you got some amazing results. So let's run a little bit deeper into your results over the last 30 days then, Sophie. Just run through what have been the biggest changes you've noticed in yourself over the last month.
I think my confidence has grown. Not just in myself, but in my family life. Like, you know, you try and find time, but actually, if you're confident that you have enough time, then you can do all the things that you want to do. I've realised that time is not really anything, because you have enough time to do everything that you want to do, and it might be that just doing a small thing like going to the park with your children or whatever, it can be put on the back burner because you need to do a job, or you need to do this done, or you need to get this done. But actually, what is important is time in a different kind of way. Like family time, and I think the most important things that I've found is I found myself. The meditation has helped me massively. I don't know if you want me to talk about that now. Or
yeah, please do. Go into more detail.
So the meditation, I never ever switch off, ever. You always got one thing to do or the next thing to do, and then you feel like, oh, I can't go to bed yet because I need to do this or I need to do that. The meditation just switches you off from everything. And it is just, even if some days I didn't have enough time to do a 15-minute meditation, so use my initiative, found like a 7-minute one and thought, right, I can put it down. And actually I found so many different types of meditation that one day if I was feeling tired, I'd find one that kind of lifted you up. One if you were stressed, you know, all of these different meditations. And I really, really did enjoy it. And even though I'm not carrying on with the next set of the Lioness Challenge, that is one thing that I am taking massively from this, because I find it so good. Good.
Fantastic. And I love that you mentioned like the meditation on the, because there's going to be a lot of mums watching this who were in the same boat as you maybe 30 days ago, that their head is always working, that inner dialogue is always talking, and you're focusing on the future, you're focusing on the past.
Yeah.
But actually what that meditation does, it just starts your day, instead of like being that frantic mum who's trying to get everything done in, it just gives you that little bit of calm, a little bit of clarity, which in turn actually saves you time later on in the day. So anyone who says they haven't got the time to be meditating every day,
yeah,
just doing anything will actually save you hours in the future. So by making that time early on in your day, it actually gives you that clarity to make better decisions. And that's what you found really over the last 30 days.
Definitely. And I think if at the start you'd said to me, right, you're going to be doing this every day, you're going to be doing that every day, I'd be like, no, Ross, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I have not got time for that.
Yeah, that's it.
Those are the things, you know, the different sections of the course over the 28 days, you find yourself towards the end. I found myself not even having to think about it, because those things had then just become a routine. You know, I was getting up earlier. I had my headphones next to my bed for ready when my alarm went off. Doing my meditation in the morning. Sometimes I do it twice a day because I just switched off, and I loved it. But yeah, I think the way that the course is set out is amazing for people like me who think they don't have enough time, who think they don't have enough confidence, who think they just think, oh, you know, they hurt themselves by eating crap food and all of that. Because actually, if you want to change how you are, then you will. And I think if someone's on the fence and they're thinking, oh, I'm not sure, then it's 28 days. And it's a massive change for such a short period of time, really, in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. And this is why, like, you tapped on it. Like, if I told you before you made that leap into this, like, what we would be doing, and like, right, we're going to be doing 10 things a day, you'd have been like, Ross, no chance. I just want the fitness program, I want the exercises every day, and I want the nutrition program, Ross. I don't want any of the other stuff. Like, don't bother about the other stuff. I haven't got time for that. But what we really did learn, and by opening your mind to all the mindset stuff that we're doing, that actually brings you more time and just prioritizes the things that we should be doing, not the things that a lot of busy mums like yourself were caught up with and actually stressing over. But really, those things weren't serving you anyway. So, like, now you've learned to actually be like, well, actually, I don't need to do those things right now. So, like, sacrifice those, make time for the things that are actually important, like spending time with your family and spending time working towards, like, things that make you happy.
Yeah, and I think, you know, all the things that were involved in the course, you don't have to do them on your own. So I always found I was doing the yoga, my son would be doing it as well, or you know, that kind of thing. And if it was a nice day, I'd be doing the hits in the garden and he'd be in the garden. So actually it was just bringing everybody together. Obviously the weight loss is amazing, and I have actually kept it off since we've been doing it, so which is really good. And I think that's kind of a motivation for me as well, because obviously, yes, everyone wants to lose weight, but the other side of it was you want to feel good. And the fasting for me was like, I found that I was always bloated in the morning because I always drank tea with milk. And it's the weirdest thing. It's the weirdest thing, but I don't know if that's one of the things that was my downfall before, but fasting, just drinking water and just drinking fruit tea was unbelievable.
Like the key that just opened that up for you.
Massive changes. And people at work were like, even like a week in, they were like, you have lost so much weight. And I said, I haven't weighed myself, and it might not necessarily be weight, but it's just your shape changing, you know, to that. And I just felt a lot better in myself.
That's really, really good. And we're going to reverse it back a little bit, because right at the start of this call, you're like, I joined to lose weight. Now, all we've been banging on about is the mindset changes, and then you threw in at the end, oh, and the weight loss is great. Like, it does just turn into, actually, the weight loss is just a bonus for everything else that you get out of this course. But let's go into a bit more detail. How much weight, like, tell any of the viewers, how much weight did you actually lose over the last 30 days?
In 28 days, I lost 7.5 pounds.
Brilliant. And what have we've been talking for, I don't know, 10 minutes. And we've only just got that, like, we've only just mentioned that. Like, 7.5 pounds in 28 days is ridiculous. It's a crazy amount of weight to lose. And what's been funny is, like, have you found it hard?
I mean, if you're trying something and you've got to change the way you are, obviously some days you'd have hard days. But towards the, like, at the first start, I was like, seriously, I'm starving. But you just need to just keep pumping through. And actually, the group, talking to the girls, you know, everyone's in the same boat. You don't feel like you're on your own. And I think the group helped, but it wasn't hard. It's hard if you don't want to do it. But if you want to do it, then it's easy.
That's a really good point. And the idea is that, like, this has been specifically designed for, like, working mums like yourself. It's been designed to be a part of your lifestyle, not me just adding more stress to your day or adding more tasks to your day. That couldn't be further from the truth. It's been there to actually let it just slot into your lifestyle so you can continue living, but actually living better and, like, with better quality and improving and thriving again, and really achieving success every single day without it feeling like, oh, I've got to fit that in. I don't know where I'm going to fit that in, but actually being like, okay, being a problem solver, like, where can I get this in? What can I do now? What can I sacrifice out of my routine already to actually fit this in, because this is more important.
Yeah, and I think the sacrifices, and one thing that's always stuck in my mind from this course, which I always remember, is you were going, I think you were going to a festival on a Sunday or something. It was pouring with rain, and you said it doesn't matter what day it is. Sunday is the same as Monday. Monday is the same as Wednesday, and that has stuck with me, because it doesn't matter if it's Friday or Saturday. You just have it in your mind that it's Friday or Saturday, and you can drink wine. And Sunday is the same as Wednesday, and you just need to remember in your head that you want to do this every day. So it doesn't matter what day it is. And then in my head, I kind of then used to think, well, if it was Sunday, I'd be like, oh, it's Monday today. Just kind of try to make my mind to think different. Because I think it is all in your head.
So would you say that maybe in the past that you were definitely someone that could be good in the week, and then when the weekend come, you'd be like, it's time to let go a little bit? And were you like a weekday dieter or anything like that?
I've tried so many fad diets and different. Let's be good in the week and be bad at the weekend, but the bad at the weekend turns into, it's bad on Sunday, I might as well be bad on Monday.
That's exactly it, because you're not actually changing the way you're thinking. You're living to fall back into, you're waiting to fall back into bad habits. And if you're waiting for that rather than enjoying the new habits that you're taking on, then you're never going to be able to sustain those results for the long term. And that's where a lot of people, when they don't shift their mindset and they're always battling through the week and then letting it all loose on the weekend, they're always going to struggle, because they're not actually tapping into why they're thinking like that. And actually maybe that path isn't right for them because they're not enjoying the journey. Whereas if you enjoy the journey, you can still have fun on the weekends. This isn't here to take away the fun element. You just have to be aware of what you're eating and aware of what you're drinking. I'm not saying like no alcohol, but I am saying you must be aware of what you're consuming, because it's going to have a knock-on effect on your results. And if you choose to like overeat or overdrink that day, you just have to understand that there's consequences and accept that. Like, don't come moaning when you don't get the results, you know?
Yeah. And it wasn't that I didn't have a glass of wine, don't get me wrong, I did. But maybe I didn't have to the excess that I may have had before.
Because you didn't need it.
And I didn't need it. And I think with the whole calorie counting thing, I used to think, I can't be doing that. But that app was incredible. Just go in a shop, scan the thing. I was like, this is amazing. Because you can just do it on the go. So I don't, if someone's thinking, I can't be bothered to count my calories or whatever, it does work. And you might think, those calories aren't enough for me. It is enough, because believe me, you're not hungry anyway, really. When body gets used to that, that kind of, and it's all in your head, I think, as well. So once the mindset changed, but I think at the beginning of the course, all the girls were like, so when are we going to start this, Ross? And you were like, well, we're just going to kind of, this is the first week of thing. Oh, calm down. And I was thinking, what are we doing? And then all of a sudden it just all kind of just fell into place, and everyone was enjoying it so much. And the way the course is laid out, like you say, it's laid out for a reason, and until you've done it, you don't realise why you've done it that way. And
that's right.
It was really good looking back on it, thinking how we reacted at the start to how we were at the end.
You know, that's so true. And you know, I know when I set it up like this, because I am flat out honest, like this is different to anything anyone's tried. Anyone watching this video, this Lioness Mum project is a different way of doing things. But however, in the first week, you're right, all the mums, and I know I'm going to be peppered with comments of like, well, where is everything? But actually, like my first week is literally mostly me just being like, slow down, the breath. We're only doing this today. You're not going to be exercising the first week. You're not going to be dieting the first week. We're just going to be doing this one task. And your one task today is to go out and buy a journal. Nothing else. But the way we're conditioned by other programs is to just go flying in and just to be like, right, we're going to the full extreme. I'm going to be only eating salads 3 times a day. I'm going to be in the gym for 4 hours a day and I'm going to get amazing results. Whereas actually what this shows is like, whoa, slow down. Build the foundations, learn the processes, get clarity, and then the journey is a lot easier and a lot simpler.
Yeah, and I think that's why it works, because in, you know, fad diets or this, that, and the other, you go in full force. By day 4, you're like, oh, I can't be asked.
You're so true.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, because I've done them in the past, so I know exactly what you mean.
Just think, I'll just have a day off. But actually, because with the challenge, everyone was talking every day. There was thousands and thousands of, you know, like support, you know, whatever way it was coming in. And I think everyone has a bad day, and that was fine. But nobody hid away from the fact that they were having a bad day. Everyone was honest with each other. No one felt bad saying, oh, I only got 6 out of 10 today. Because they knew that by saying that they got that, they would get the support from the other mums saying, okay, why did that happen, and what can you do tomorrow to help that?
That's right, that accountability.
And I just think everyone is in the same position, but in a completely different situation as well. So I think all the mums really helped each other, and they certainly helped me anyway. So
great. And I love that you felt the benefit of that supportive group, because often in the application call, and the same with our application call, I'll be like, right, and you're going to get this, and then like I'm going to put you in a group of a community of mums who are going to go through the same journey, and you're like, yeah, that's great, but like what exercise are we going to be doing? And whereas actually, like, what it comes down to, that supportive community that we're building of other mums who can relate to you, empathize with you, inspire you, maybe have gone through the same thing you're going through before, so they can help you out of that and say, like, look, I've trodden the grass down, come follow the path here because I know it works. It just gives you that confidence to be like, I'm not weird for thinking these thoughts. I'm not like on my own here. Other people are thinking the same things I'm thinking, and I know that this is the right path for me. So I'm glad that you felt the benefits of that too, because like there's no doubt in my mind that without that support, you wouldn't have lost the half a stone. You wouldn't have been able to stay as consistent as you have been over the last 30 days.
Definitely not.
Yeah,
and I think the support from them was just as important as the exercise and the fasting, and because you couldn't do it on your own.
No.
And you're not on your own because you're not in a situation that just you is in that situation. There's thousands of people in the same situation as you, so why not all do it together and have some fun, as well as getting some results that you want to do as well. So and I'd never met any of them, and you just think at first, I remember I said to you, what, I hope you're not going to put any pictures up of me, Ross. I hope no one's going to know it's me. And then by the end, I don't actually care that anyone knows it's me. So I think, completely different situation when you've been in it a few weeks and you realise that. And I think involving your children. I mean, I don't really put things about my son on social media occasionally if I'm feeling like, you know, lovingly
Super
and
proud.
super proud, which is every day, but sometimes I put a picture up of him. But you know, everyone's different, and in that group I didn't put a picture up of him, but some people did, and I think in the group no one judged you for how you were with anything, you know, on how you commented or what you showed in your life. It was entirely up to you how much you wanted to be involved and how much you wanted to have interaction with the girls, and no one had any judgment if you did or didn't do something. So
yeah, that's great. That's a really good thing to point out, actually, that like, I'm not here to force you to do things. I wasn't like, well, you must post and you must go live in the group and tell all your inner secrets to this group and open up. But actually, like, it's more about like, here are the tools. Make them flexible around your own journey, because like you mentioned earlier in the call, like, everyone's journey is slightly different. Everyone's got different goals, everyone's got different aspirations, but these tools will work for you, but you have to be able to adapt and be flexible around them to make sure that they're working for you. And that just needs a little bit of effort from yourself. But if you put that initial effort in, like we are in the prep week, you can really change your life in such a short period of time, like you have.
Yeah, and I think, like you say, it is in such a short period of time, but it's something that can change for such a massive amount of time in the future. And I think even if you just take a few things from it, like I can do exercise every day, and you might think at the beginning, I can't do it every day.
No.
You can, but it's whether or not you want to do it. You know, and it might sound really funny to you, but just having a fruit tea in the morning rather than milk in my tea has made a massive difference to me. And not eating past 8 o'clock, just having fruit tea or water is a massive change. And I think you just get into habits. I'll just have a biscuit with my tea at 10 o'clock at night. You know, all of these things, but actually it's how you set your mind and kind of how you want your journey to end up. And everyone's different. Everyone had different results from the challenge, but I think everyone came away with the same thought process, that everyone enjoyed it and everyone had a result, whether it be change on the scales or change in their mind or change in their family or change in anything like that. So
that's right. And how many things have you tried in the past where you actually can reflect on it and say, like, I've got results, but actually I enjoyed getting those results, rather than those horrible fad diets where like you're eating the same food every day and like the results are great, but really the journey there wasn't enjoyable. So to be able to reflect on this journey and say that you actually enjoyed the journey is a massive thing, because that's the only way you're going to have sustained long results, not just this half a stone, but be able to keep that off and even get more off if you want to. You're in control.
Exactly.
Great. It's been such a lovely call, Sophie. I said I'd keep you 15 minutes. It's been about half an hour, but it's been so good to chat with you and for you to share your story, because there's going to be a lot of other working mums out there who can relate to your story 30 days ago and now can see the change on how you're thinking in such a short period of time. And hopefully, well, I know that your story is going to inspire other mums to make that leap and click on the link below and actually like start to transform the way they live their life as well, and ultimately be happier, because that's what we're here for, isn't it? Like, we're here to be happier.
Yeah, and I think if you are on the fence and you're thinking, oh, I'm not sure whether to do it, 28 days isn't that long. And, you know, some days I thought, oh, I can't do this. But actually, every single day goes really quickly because you're so busy with doing your things that you actually want to be doing, because you have got the time. And I think if you think, well, I'm not sure whether I want to do it, what's 28 days anyway? And then you can decide at the end of it. But Ross and all of the girls, just the support from everyone. And if you're not going to do it, then it's your fault, because you're going to miss out on Ross and teaching you some things. So
what a brilliant way of summarising our testimonial, Sophie, and I thank you for going all in with this over the last month. You've got amazing results, and that's not a coincidence. That's just you going in with an open mind, being willing to learn and willing to actually change. And you've been rewarded with that. So just make sure that you take the systems you've built, the foundations. Now it's time to go build that house on top of those foundations and live your life the way that you should be living it, fulfilled and happy.
Yep. Thank you.
Sophie, it's been my pleasure. Like I say, I've loved working with you over the last 30 days, and you keep in touch, okay?
Yeah, will do. Thanks very much.
Take care. Thank you for talking with us today.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So that was Sophie's journey on the Lioness Mum Project trial. As you saw, busy working mum, but she has managed to actually look into the way she lives her life and is now prioritizing the things that actually serve her. So does Sophie's story resonate with you? Are you a busy working mum that doesn't really know where to start, doesn't know where to go? Have you tried fad diets in the past because you're just desperate to lose that weight as quick as possible? But in your desperation to lose weight quickly, you're making poor decisions on the path and the journey that you're taking. Have you tried so many things that you've never actually enjoyed doing them, so you end up failing and then going back to the binge eating? Do you want to be better? Do you want to improve day by day? Would you like to thrive rather than survive in motherhood? Would you like to build stronger bonds with your children and your partner because you are living in happiness? If that message resonates with you, then I want you to be my next Lioness Mum transformation story. And I want you to make the courageous decision to click the link below and start the application process with me and the Lioness Mum Project. If you make that courageous decision, I will reward you with 50% off my coaching fees if you're in the next 5 people to click that link below. That will knock the price down to just 1 cup of coffee a day. So you can afford to make full life transformations. There is no price on being the best version of yourself. So jump into the Lioness Mum trial, the 30-day trial, and take on the systems to finally move forward with your life and move forward to finally fulfilling your potential and being happy every single day. So guys, we'll be rewarded by making this one courageous decision. Click the link below, start that application process. If you fit the mold, you too could be speaking to me in a month's time about the massive changes that you've made, just like Sophie did, where the weight loss actually just becomes a bonus. And when the weight loss becomes a bonus to your happiness, you can sustain these results for the long term. So that is it from me and the Lioness Mum Project TV show today. Thank you for tuning in. I wish you the best day. Go win your day, go kill it, and I will see you next time.